I think this is very important. And what I find most interesting for a teacher to get into this is creativity. So you can have a lot of creativity in terms of, introducing, changing the pedagogy. And you, within the IDP, now this is a very important thing which is not come in discussion today's. Uh, one of the uh, one of the important things in IDP is one of the sorry, somebody was trying to get into my room. So one of the important things in IDP is that it's an institutional development plan, and the institution as a whole has to decide what is the performance appraisal system of the teachers. Okay, what kind of weightages they are going to give to the teachers on what items, and it's not going to be based on that old pattern which exists today, that how many papers you have published, so that's a great change. So that you have published or not published in Scopus and things like that. So what is important is what are you bringing to the institution, in which format? And a few examples are given in the policy document. And IDP has to align, and the teacher has to align, and IDP should be made in consultation with the teachers. So this is very important. So teachers' performance appraisal is one part. Then, of course, it may not be very much applicable in your university, or maybe applicable, I don't know. This, what is called, what is called track appointments, that your system in US to lifelong employment kind of thing, which in India, in public universities, it gives a clear instruction that permanent employment cannot be taken for granted. So it applies more to government universities, that those days are gone when, they would take it that it's a lifetime employment. So for private universities, it is not that important, but nevertheless, this is there. To my mind, creativity is one part. Second is, again, identification of ODL is another thing. Third is engaging the students in live projects, and that's another interesting thing. And research. Research, as far as teachers are concerned, unfortunately, our research, my own experience has been that, just to give you an example, I think from 1970 to 1990, all the research papers between Ghaziabad and Haridwar used to be on either on sugar mills of Western UP, or on working capital finance of BHEL, interestingly. So even today, if you go to Punjab, when I go for taking faculty selection and PhD Viva, every thesis I come across, they have three things in common. One is 3 districts of Punjab, another is MSME, and third is automotive sector. No, this, which is very funny. I mean, it belies all common sense. So people are doing PhD for the heck of it. And I think between the teacher and the scholar, between the guide and the scholar, all the emphasis is on the methodology, and the domain gets lost somewhere in between. Now, this is not what industry expects from you. This is not what government expects from you. So this National Research Foundation clearly wants to establish a link between government, industry, and academia in terms of the delivery of the research which is relevant. So this gives you an opportunity to be working in a very realistic manner to solve the problems of the society, and what government requires or what industry requires, that should be delivered. So teachers should start looking at that, which has been missing. So that is another because your research grants are going to be based on that.
Yeah.
So I think for teachers, these are some of the takeaways.